Imagine walking down a busy downtown street. Almost every shop is packed with customers, but right in the middle of the block, there's a dark, boarded-up building that everyone just walks right past. The exact same thing happens on the internet every single day. People spend months or years building websites and social media accounts, attracting real audiences. And then life gets in the way. They stop posting, they let their domain names expire. The digital storefront goes dark. Even though the lights are out, that digital building still pulls in a crowd. Reopening those doors to reach that existing audience is a strategy called ghost commerce. This works because Google keeps a persistent record of how much it trusts a website based on its history. This score, often called domain authority, is like a credit score for a piece of digital property. Even when a creator walks away, that reputation stays attached to the web address for months or even years. If you swoop in and buy that domain name just as it expires, you legally inherit all of that built-up credibility. Instead of starting a new website from scratch and waiting months for Google to notice you, you get to skip the hardest part of building an online business. Finding these valuable empty lots is step one. To do this, we look through specialized search directories, like a tool called SpamZilla, that lists thousands of abandoned domains expiring every day. We run that massive list through a set of specific filters. We only want properties where the trust score is above 20 and where at least 50 other active websites are still recommending it through links. Location matters here just as much as it does on a real city street. This bar chart shows how much companies are willing to pay to reach customers in different industries. You can see that personal finance, health and wellness, and business and marketing stand significantly taller than the rest. We focus on these 3 topics because companies in these spaces pay the highest referral fees. One single customer sign-up here can be worth 10 times more than in other hobbies or niches. By combining those strict data filters with these high-paying topics, you ensure your newly purchased digital property has exactly what it needs to generate income right out of the gate. Once you own the domain, it's time for the renovation. You don't need to code a massive, complicated website. You just rebuild a clean, simple 5-page site on that exact address using a modern tool like WordPress. To fill those pages with helpful information, you can use AI writing tools to quickly draft articles. You specifically ask the AI to answer the exact questions the old, abandoned website used to be known for, so you can keep that original traffic flowing. Next, you install the digital cash registers. You turn on basic display ads and add links to products from partner companies. When a visitor clicks one of these links and makes a purchase, the company pays you a commission for the referral, sort of like a digital finder's fee. But relying on a single click isn't enough to build a steady income. To make this reliable, you have to connect your new site to what we call the ghost commerce funnel. It starts right at the front door. You offer the visitor something genuinely useful for free, like a checklist or a guide, in exchange for their email address. Sharing their email triggers an automated series of messages. Over a few days, the system sends them helpful tips, while naturally suggesting those partner products that pay you a referral fee. Once those 5 emails are written, the system takes over. It greets new visitors and offers the products around the clock, even while you're away from your computer. You are taking a domain that already has a built-in audience, flipping the lights back on, and letting an automated system turn that attention into a self-sustaining income stream. Getting one digital property to pay out is a great milestone, but the real goal is to go from owning one site to owning an entire portfolio. To grow, you simply reinvest 20% of the profit your first site generates into buying more expired domains. One successful asset essentially buys the next one for you. You might be wondering how one person can manage all these sites at once. By using AI tools to handle the writing and the visuals, you can do the work of an entire content team by yourself. Because these tools handle the heavy lifting, a single person can oversee 15 different properties while only spending about 5 to 10 hours on them each week. Now, I want to be completely upfront with you. This is not instant money. Building this foundation requires focused, hands-on work for the first 90 days to get the sites built and the automated systems connected. But once those systems are in place, they stay in place. So thinking about those 3 high-paying topics, finance, health, or business, drop a comment below and tell me, which one would you choose to build your first digital property in?